Hello and welcome to part 10 or 11 of All the Mods 9, I'm not sure. Welcome back to whatever part of All the Mods 9, a series where I do my best to explain what I'm doing to sort of separate myself from other YouTubers. So, what is the goal of today's episode? As you can see, we've got some shaders on. It's still a bit on the choppy side, so I'm going to drop down. If you go into your shader settings, there's a shader pack setting here. I'm going to drop it down to potato. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm sort of sick. Now, this is where the issue comes in. So I'm sort of sick of this sort of like black of the beyond. I get from a lore perspective, it's supposed to be sort of the edges of the end. In fact, this is still running like fucking ass. What the fuck? But yeah, I get that from a lore perspective, it's supposed to be like the edge of the end. But at the same time, it's like, it looks shit when it's dark all the time. I might actually drop the shaders off, to be honest, because it's still quite choppy. Oh. Alright, we're running a bit better now. It's still a bit choppy. I am currently trialing using 10 gigs instead of 8 gigs of RAM, but it's somehow more choppy when I allocate more RAM. But I'm so sick of this black look. I think it looks fucking ugly. And that's why I was trying to use complementary, because I was hoping that I could get a sort of brighter aesthetic. And then if I drop down the settings a little bit, I could have it as like a brighter aesthetic, but not too performance heavy. But it looks like right now we're stuck with just this blackness. But, oh my god. Why are we getting so many microstutters? I don't think 10 gigabytes was the strat here, to be honest. It should be fine, because I've got 16 gigs. I've got nothing else really open. Oh, but okay, I'm gonna go drop it back down to 8 and I'll get back to you guys. Look how good this looks. Running at a stable frame rate, like lows of around 70, highs of around 130. This is good. How do I do this? So I'm currently using the Makeup Ultra Fast shaders. In my shader pack setting, I just set it to the profile, no effects, and it works. I have no idea why it works. Maybe it's in here. Day, sunset, night. All I know is that I'm running at a stable frame rate-ish, and it's bright, and I can actually see what I'm doing, which is fucking lovely. Now, let's get these night vision goggles back into our system, and we're also going to... Of course, it starts raining now, of all times. Let's quickly charge our thingo. Is this still going up? Oh, we have 1.39 tera FE. We're stacking up this energy right now. How's our uranium supply looking? Still got plenty. Oh, yes. So between episodes, what did I set up? I set up this. So this is all to reprocess our waste into polonium and plutonium. I'm actually considering plutonium. What is that used for? Oh. Well, that seems useful. SPS casing. Do we use that for pretty much anything else? Oh, what's this? This is new. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know they added that. Use it for the SPS. Okay. Once we've got our SPS up and running, then I might disable this system so we can make more polonium, because polonium is what we need for the SPS to make... No, we don't want plutonium, we want polonium. I use it in the SPS to make... What's its face? Antimatter. And antimatter we need to make the antimatter pellets, which are used for a bunch of stuff that we're going to need. What is this? Oh, this is where the nether star thing, wasn't it? Yeah. We can like turn things into other things. Most of it seems fucking useless. Like, the only one I can think of being useful is the, like, nether stars. But that's besides the point. It is so dark here. We've also got a lot of XP. Can we... Is there like an XP... There's an XP crystal that stores experience, isn't there? Experience... Crystal, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. I need a lime-stained glass. Where is it? Experience crystal. Limestone grass. Yes. Oh, we can store all of our levels so we don't accidentally lose them. All right, let's just go chuck that. Yeah, here's fine. Store levels. Awesome. So now that we've done that, so I think we might, because our big thing is I want to get just enough power going, and I might set up a fusion reactor today. Well, make that the goal. However, before we do that, I need to finish what we're doing here. So to start off with, actually, I'm going to go back all the way over here, and I'm going to show you this. This is my setup for producing HDPE, along with a little bit of extra energy. So how this works? Oh, this is to produce substrate, sorry. So we've got melons going into this interface right here. We have an export bus set to melons into this crushing factory. This crushing factory exports through the side into this pressurized reaction chamber, which receives an input of hydrogen from this side. So the output is hydrogen into here, and then it outputs the substrate at the top, and it outputs ethylene into this import bus. And we have export buses for ethylene here and here, and along with a basic chemical tank to store any, like, if we build up a lot and we have a big backlog. We then have this system over here. So we're exporting the the substrate into here to create HDPE, along with oxygen from this electrolytic separator. We also have a rotary condensator here to turn the ethylene into liquid ethylene. I might actually have to take one of those gas burning generators offline so that we can actually start making more. But for the time being, we've got plenty of HDPE sheets. This enrichment chamber just enriches the HDPE pellets into sheets. Why isn't it working? What? Is it HDPE? Oh, do you need 3? Ah, I see. Okay. So that's producing the sheets. And here we've got 2 basic crushing factories on either side of these 2 PRCs. Both are being injected with fluoride to create fluoride dust. That's being combined with water and polonium and plutonium respectively to create the respective pellets. Something really interesting that I've done is, so you'll notice that this waste is going at the bottom here. Let me show you where it's going, the spent nuclear waste. I have made a discovery of something that I have not used nearly as much as I should, and that is this radioactive waste barrel. It looks fairly innocuous, doesn't it? But despite the fact it's being pumped full of spent nuclear waste, it's empty. I'm going to make a little bit of a journey real quick. So we're going to go over to... Where is it? I've lost it. Digital miner oil. Oh, did I forget to set up a waypoint for it? Oh. All right, we're going to have to make a little bit of a journey real quick. Where the fuck was it? How do I scroll? Ah, it's over there. Teleport. This. I've discovered, well, I haven't discovered, but I've found the use of entangled blocks. So basically how an entangled block works is you can entangle 2 blocks, or basically you can entangle a block, and then you can assign it to an entangled block, essentially, where whatever you put into the block in that, wherever that place is, will come out the respective entangled block. It is really, really, really dark. Oh my god. What the fuck? Why is it so dark? How do I turn this off? I finally, like, oh yeah, I've got it working. Do I have that, like, wait, what is it? Options, video settings. Does that fix it? Okay, well that's really dark. I don't know why. But basically the radioactive waste is just being entangled from the beyond to here. So anything that goes into the barrel in the beyond will come out the top of this one because they're technically the same block. That is the best way to transmit radioactive waste across dimensions that I have learned of. So that's extremely, extremely useful. We're actually just going to quickly grab a bed real quick and sleep. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, that's going to set our respawn point to here, isn't it? Well, that's going to be fucking awkward, isn't it? Why is it still dark? Let's go back to the beyond and see if it's still dark there. Oh. I do kind of like this like moody atmospheric darkness. I just wish you could sleep here. That's the only thing. Like, I wish I could make it daytime. You can't sleep in the Beyond, and I don't know why. But that's how that system works. So now we need to set up a... Now, do we want to set up a supercritical phase shifter first, or do we want to set up the fusion reactor first? Let's have a look-see. Fusion reactor. Let's see. 36 of the reactor port. This is so useful. I didn't know you could do this. Well, this is fucking brand new. What is the reactor frames? What do they cost? Polonium. That's where things are going to get a bit hazy. We'll give it a shot. So what did it say we needed? We need fusion reactor frames. We need uses. We need 36 of the frames. So let's quickly make up a recipe for that. This one right here. Fusion reactor frame. And there's just structural glasses in it for the walls. I also want to set up, I saw this really cool design for like a sort of like particle accelerator type look thing for like the laser amplifier, and I think that'd be really, really fun to make. So we'll see about doing that. What am I doing? I completely like delete the things that I'm doing from my own brain. Fusion, not Fukian, fusion. So we need 36, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it looks like it's going pretty quickly. So we're also going to want to set up a recipe for the laser amplifiers. Not that one. At mechanism laser. Yes, we want a laser and a laser amplifier. Let's go like that. I'm still a little bit sick. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I've recorded, like, I've had some time off work for the last 3 days because I've been sick, and I've recorded a lot of content. Okay, so now let's get some glass. We want the clear glass. Actually, let's get connecting glass. Let's get like 200, 300, even better. Why is it taking so long to make glass? Oh, because it has to craft it from glass into connecting glass. That makes sense. Okay, perfect. So let's set up something. Actually, before we do that, we probably should figure out where we're going to put our fusion reactor. I like the idea of it having its own area, to be honest. I really like that idea, but I don't know where I would put it. Oh, lost my ability to fly there for a second. Yeah, where would I put it? It is so fucking dark. Christ. I do like how bright this thing is. Yeah, I don't want to just keep doing spaghetti like this. I kind of want it to have its own dedicated spot, if you will. I like the idea of it being... where do I want it? I don't want it to have it like a part of this setup here. I like this how it is. Maybe... What do I want? Let me have a think about it. I'll get back to you guys. Do you guys fuck with my vision? What do you reckon? Big black fucking... Like from the outside it just looks like a fucking cylinder, but inside I'm imagining like glowing wires running up everywhere. And like the reactor is like the main central focus point of the structure. That being said, let's actually try to remember how to build this thing, because I've only done it like 3 times ever. Need to go to the advanced page for mechanism. It's okay. Oh, it's just diagonal, isn't it? So it'd be like this, I think. So go to the middle. We actually are going to need some torches though, so I can actually see what I'm building. Torch. There we go. Oh, this floor looks so much better than I expected. This is like layers and layers of black stained glass. As you can see, oh, that looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, so we want to go like that. That looks right, I think. And then we just need to do the same thing, but up. So we need to go like that, like that, like that, like that, and then mirror that like this. I like I'm building the reactor when I haven't even started automating what's its face, fucking deuterium or tritium yet. In fact, that's going to be something I'm going to have to set up more properly. I'm going to need a new thermal processing plant because the other ones I have aren't fast enough. That means I'm also going to need more resistive heaters. So that's going to take a long time to set up, but I'll probably do that off camera. Let's go like that. Oh, that's vibing. Like, walk into it like that. Oh, yeah. Imagine this illuminating the room. That's going to look fucking sick. It's so, like, fun as well because it's such a simple design. Like, obviously it took a little bit to build because it's very resource intensive. I think I used somewhere in the realm of, like, 20,000 black stained glass for this build. It's a pretty crazy amount, but I'm luckily at the point in the playthrough where I can just start mass producing everything that I want to mass produce. We're going to go like that. And let's go like this, like that, and then let's actually just go like that, and we'll just get rid of them. And we need to do the same thing like so. And we need to get rid of you, go like that, and oh, do I have like a, yeah, I do, awesome. Like that. Oh, yeah. That's looking pretty sick. If I do say so myself. Is the bottom supposed to be glass? I don't actually remember. I'm going to use this brand new, very helpful multi-block guide. Where is it? Controller. There it is. This is so cool. This is really cool. I do like this. 36, 26 reactor glass. Reactor. We already have reactor glass recipe saved. Glass. What was it? 20? 26? That was quick. Okay. And go like that. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. And we're going to need room for ports as well. So actually I want to have a port on that side. A port on this side. I want the laser to come out the... yeah, come into the front. I actually want the output port to be here. So let's go like... Wait, we have one more glass than we need. Because you need two input ports. Yeah. Then you need a laser focus matrix, and then you need an output port. So you don't actually need 26, unless I'm remembering incorrectly. No, not that reactor glass. Where's the mechanism version? There it is. 26, that doesn't seem right. I think it's not counting for this, because, yeah, you need two ports. Oh, yeah, I want the ports to be on opposite sides. Yeah, I reckon. I can also have some more ports to generate steam. That'd be pretty cool. I distinctly remember on my first All the Mods 9 playthrough, building my reactor, my fusion reactor pretty far from my base, and setting it up so it would like generate steam as well as like the fucking energy, and running a cable probably like 400 or 500 blocks away to my base. It was really fun. Okay, so let's quickly encode the recipe for the controller. We want reactor controller. That shouldn't take too long to make. It's such a badass design. I do like the design for the fusion reactor in this. Reactor. There it is. There was another design I saw. I don't know what mod it's from. Yeah, this. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up into off from my second monitor. I saw like this. Apparently it's from FTB Monster, but that looks fucking sick. Like that's really, really cool. I like how like that looks. I think it's part of the mod, but I like this whole like. Well, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, never mind. It opens up a YouTube video. I do not care about Monster Hunter World, but anyway, I like that sort of design where it's like that sort of like ring around the outside, like a sort of particle accelerator kind of look. We need a laser focus matrix. Oh, it's easy. Why do I need 2? I don't even need 2. And we're going to place that there. And then we're going to have... Wait, what have I... Oh, I'm misorienting myself. I'm lost in my own base. Where the fuck... Oh, this doesn't go there. This goes... here. And then we want... fusion reactor ports, I think they're called. Reactor ports. I won't worry about the logic adapter because I don't think these things can explode, can they? I've never seen it explode. I've just seen it turn off. Okay, perfect. So fusion reactor ports, we're going to need 3 of them. One for... Actually, do we want to run it off of DT fuel or tritium and deuterium? No, let's just go both. Yeah. Apparently you get... I think it's... You get more energy per fuel doing it like split, but you get like more energy straight up like at a given time doing it. Like, so you get more RF per tick doing it with DT, but if you do both, then you get more out of your fuel. That seems to be my understanding. I'm not entirely sure though. In fact, it should tell you in the mechanism quest page. Once you're in the fusion reactor, I don't care. Fusion reactors to be DT fuel directly at 1,000 millibuckets per tick, or by pumping each of the 2 fuels separately at controlled rates. For starters, let's pump them separately. We probably need to know how to make them as well. Okay, I don't think it tells you the difference, but that's not important. So now I'm going to set up a really big fucking laser. All right, well, it's set up now. You may notice a suspicious amount of light coming in. Don't make the mistake that I did. When I was placing these, I placed them all facing up, not realizing. So I turned it on and immediately straight out the roof and destroyed everything. It was a massive pain in my ass. And then I was trying to set it back up again, and I actually lasered this quantum entangler portal all the way down out the bottom and out of existence. It's a very powerful tool, these lasers. They do a lot, and I mean a lot of damage. Okay. Oh, that looks fucking cool. Hold up, we need to like do this without light. Oh, that's so like... That's so cool. It's like so like sinister and ominous. This like fucking pitch black aesthetic was absolutely the way to go. Now, I'm actually not going to process DT or T. Oh, so I'm not going to process deuterium or tritium in this dimension. I'm actually going to go to another dimension. I'm going to figure out a long and convoluted series of processes to try and get it back to here, and then eventually, hopefully, just have it so that there's like literally just 2 like tubes coming out into this, and that's like the only thing. Like none of the machines will be here. The reason I want that is because I want these solar neutron activators in a dimension where it's always going to be daytime, and that means I have to go to the Everbright, which is something I was going to have to do eventually, and I was dreading because I don't like how Everbright makes you restart your progression. But if it's just using mechanism stuff, I should be fine. So I'll get that all set up and get back to you guys. But in the meantime, holy fuck, does that look cool? Look at that. This thing is fucking... It looks like it's powerful. I'm very excited to get this started up. Oh, it's got energy in here. How's it increasing in energy? There's no laser going in. Yeah, that's so bizarre. 113, 14. How is that? Oh, there's... Oh. Really? It can... Wait a second. We're gonna grab a quantum entangler porter. We're gonna grab a universal cable. It seems like it produces energy off of just heat. Like, obviously, fucking DT fuel gets you very hot. Like, gets it very hot, but like, you can just do it with just a laser by the looks of things. Let's have a try. We're gonna set that to configure. I want to set it to pull. Yeah, what the fuck? Set it to the energy in. Let me just... Boom. Wait, that doesn't make any sense because it's not producing enough energy to match the amount of energy that's... Why does this one have less than this one? 6.5. Yeah, that doesn't seem right actually, because does it produce enough energy to match the amount that's being used to heat it up is the real question. Let's turn this back off again. Is it draining again? Why is it still going up? Why? This is set to energy in, yes. Top. Wait. Oh. I see. Turn it back on. Let's see if that like actually makes a difference to our power generation. So let's see with it on, because I don't imagine it would. We're producing around 1.95 mega FE. We're hovering between 400, 500, and 600 kilo FE. Let's turn it off. That's 1.94. And I'm going to turn it back off again. And we'll go back over. Oh, wait. Is it empty? Yes. Okay. All the way back up again. We really need to get that fucking staff of teleportation, whatever it's called. Okay. No, it's not. It's not making fundamentally... In fact, it's not making enough of a difference to matter at all. That's so interesting, though. I didn't know that, like... I guess it's... yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Oh, wait, no. We have to wait for it to be empty, don't we? Because it's still hot. Yeah, we'll wait till it's empty. Give me 2 seconds while I wait for this to finish emptying out. Yeah, so it seems it was generating around like... fucking however many kilo FE per tick. Like, you can see... I'm going to turn it back on again just for a second because I want to show the little GUI in here. So if we go back over here, there's actually a little thing that tells you. So if we have a look in here, heat, no, fuel, no, stats, no, heat, no, here. We're producing around 300 kilo FE, but it's going down. So I imagine it's not a sustainable process. Oh, especially since the laser's empty. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So if like the laser was always full, it'd be producing a decent amount of fucking heat, but it's not. So that makes sense at why that's happening. Awesome. So I'm considering two options for setting up our deuterium and tritium production. I want to look into one of these, a hyperbox. What is the crafting recipe like for one of these? Can be dyed with dye in the crafting field. I don't care. Crying obsidian. How do I even get that? Do I have crying obsidian? Crying. I do. Let's give it a shot. Hyperbox. I want to see how these things work. So let's just go into here, just for the sake of the example. Can you like feed items into it maybe? Let's go here. Let's call this one Deutirium. That's really annoying. D. Save and enter. Oh. Well, this is a small ass fucking box. Wait, are these? Oh, I see. So you feed the necessary items into one of these sides and then they come out that respective side. How do I get back out again? So what it seems like is, for example, we feed all of the items into the D box. Like, for example, so what do you need for deuterium? You would just need... Actually, you don't need anything for deuterium except for energy. So you feed deuterium... deuterium's easy. Let's talk about tritium, actually. Tritium. This one. So, dissolve... Do they work in a hyperbox? Let's Google. Do solar neutron activators work in hyperboxes? Put mine in the overwrite. You can put double the number of activators you need. And always buffered at night. Also set up a redstone overwrite dimension. Blah blah blah. Depending on fuel and take us. Blah 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 blah. Okay. No, it does not appear so. So we're not going to do that. We're actually just going to set up everything in the Everbright in that case, because I really don't feel like having one in a hyperbox and one outside of a hyperbox, but that's a really cool mechanic. I need to use hyperboxes more. I probably could move a lot of my mechanism setup into hyperboxes, to be perfectly honest. Like, imagine moving all of this into like a hyperbox. Oh, I'm going to produce my lithium inside the hyperbox. Just have like 4 max size thermal evaporation plants inside of it to produce the lithium. I'm actually going to do that. So, and then I could, okay, hear me out, right? I have the thermal evaporation plants inside the hyperbox, and then I use an entangled block to entangle the the fluid tank into the Everbright, which I would then use to output into a whole bunch of solar neutron activators. In retrospect, that sounds like a lot of effort for when in reality I could just build the thermal processing plants in the Everbright. But first I have to get to the Everbright, so I'll get back to you guys once I've got something set up. finally done. And as I sit here, sans shaders because they broke, we are now producing how much? Roughly, once it loads, 19.55 mega FE per tick, which leads to a total input into our induction matrix as a 21.36 mega FE per tick, which sits us well and truly above what we need for right now. We're getting low on sulfur. That is the only issue, but that's fine. So let's start with how everything works. So if we go to here, in the ever bright dimension from blue skies, a dimension where it's always day, I've got some stuff set up. As you can see, there's a lot of shit. So to produce deuterium, I have 50 of these filtered pumps. So they have the filter upgrades, 8 energy and speed upgrades, and I've got 50 of them in total. These are being pumped into 5 max speed and energy electrolytic separators to separate out the deuterium. That deuterium is being flowed into this quantum entangler porter on a deuterium channel. Over here, we have 10 of these thermal evaporation plants. Each of them has an eternal water block on it. Each of them is max height, and each of them is flowing into another set of 5 thermal evaporation plants. Each of these is producing liquid lithium from the brine. I've also got, for each of them, so between each of these, I've got 5 of these resistive heaters. I learned something incredible that I wish I had known sooner. You can actually change how hot the resistive heaters get by increasing the amount of energy they use. So I've got each of them set to 5 kilo FE per tick. To do that, you literally just type in 5,000, enter. Or if you want like 4,000, for example, you can go like that. And it's producing using 4 kilo FE per tick. But we're gonna get back up to 5,000. So each of these is using 25,000 kilo FE per tick, or each of these stacks, I guess. So this one's producing 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, and that's going into these thermodynamic conductors into these 2 thermal evaporation plants. Sorry, still a little bit sick. So the lithium for all of these is being pumped into 5 separate rotary condensators. That lithium gas is being pumped into 10 solar neutron activators. That's why we choose this dimension, because it's always daytime. And these 10 solar neutron activators are producing tritium, which is going into yet another quantum entangler porter. I've also got a setup here for a chemical infuser and a metallurgic infuser to create the whole ROM, and the DT fuel for the whole ROM. Now let's go back to the beyond. Oh, little bit of lag. Okay. Now, if we have a look in here, so we have 2 entangler porters on the deuterium and tritium channels. This one's pumping tritium, this one's pumping deuterium. I had a laser amplifier turn this thing on with a whole ROM on the top, and now it's running. I've set the fuel injection rate as high as it'll go, and we still have extra tritium and deuterium backed up. So we could probably build a second fusion reactor and it will still function, more than likely, if we wanted to. But actually, I might do that, to be honest. I feel like that'd be really fun. I spent a long time, as you might have seen from the clips that I set up, spent a long time trying to figure out how to get the energy into here, because I was running into this issue where there was it was only inputting around 4 mega FE per tick tops. After doing a Reddit post about it, because I was so confused, I did some testing. So I tried to see if this network was just limited by its capacity. It's not. The one down there wasn't either. So I'm like, where's the issue coming from? I tried switching it out to just a universal cable running all the way through. I tried using flux points. Nothing was working. It turns out that my big mistake was that I had the ports set to input instead of output. So I spent the better part of 4 hours trying to figure out the issue, only to realize that I just needed to click on this port with a configurator, and now I've got it outputting into a flux port. So this is taking in about 19.5 mega FE per tick. Got it set to bypass limit, and it's being inputted into our induction matrix over here. So our power issues are no more. We will not need any more power than this for the foreseeable future. So what now? Now I'm going to set up the supercritical phase shifter. So if you have a look in here, let's see how much of everything we're going to need. Supercritical, actually be SPS. SPS, let's see. So we need 60 SPS casings, 3 SPS ports. We're actually going to need 2 supercharged coils and 123 structural glass. So let me get this all set up. I once again made the classic mistake of forgetting to unmute my mic when I recorded. So let's go through this again. So we now have our working supercritical phase shifter. It's currently very jittery. I took off 2 of the cables because we were maxing out around 19 mega FE per tick, which is the entire production of this fusion reactor. And I kind of want some amount of energy for myself to use. I've got polonium pumping in on all sides, apart from, obviously, I don't know why I said that. I've got polonium pumping in through here, through an entangled block. The entangled block is over here. Yep, so I've got this barrel entangled. The polonium's going into here. I'm no longer making the polonium crystals or pellets. Can I actually reprocess them? Polonium pellets. Can they be, like, reprocessed? Creative chemical tank. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Oh. You can't reprocess it back down into polonium. Interesting. So yeah, I'm not making any more polonium pellets because... Actually, I should check what they're used for. Frostwalker unit, SPS casing, jetpack unit, elytra unit, spacefire, nutrition, QID exporter... This all modification station. What the fuck is that? Oh, you can use it to upgrade the mecha suit. Acid rain. It just seems to be mostly used for modules. To be honest, I might make the mecha suit. I've never actually made it before. What's the process for it like? Mecha suit. That is affordable, actually. I might actually make that. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I was going to do something else, but I forgot. I might move the polonium setup over to the Everbright, but I haven't been bothered to do that yet because I can't be bothered entangling the waste over and then going through all that jazz. I'm also going to go here, wireless charging. Will that remotely charge my... Hotbar slots. Armor slots apply. That is really loud and annoying. Network selection. Main hand, hotbar, main... It's just got like... Ah. Do I have to have like a, that's actually gonna start really annoying me. Let's just grab a random... No, this should start charging. Oh. 94. No, it's going down. Let's see. At flux. Is there like a flux block, flux configurator, admin configurator? How do I... I'm actually going to quickly Google how I make this wirelessly charge my inventory. Alright, set up some wireless charging. So I've set this controller to priority 1. So it's charging everything in my inventory. So let's make ourselves a mecha suit, shall we? We can actually just encode the recipe here, I guess. I don't see why not. Open next terminal. Is there a flight? Like a module for the mecha suit. Wait. Mecha. Color, laser, radiation shielding, jetpack unit. Oh, that's the one thing is... Wait, let me double check. Can you get creative flight with the mecha suit? Gravitational modulation unit. What does that cost me? Gravitational modulation. Oh, provides additional features. Okay. Oh, requires 3 antimatter pellets. Okay, so we're going to save making the mecha suit in that case until we have some more antimatter. Because if we have a look in here, we currently are only sitting at 70 millibuckets. I think you need 1,000 for 1 antimatter pellet. Matter. Am I wrong? Wait. Oh, wait. Chemical crystallizer. Yeah, 1,000. So that's going to take a while. In that case, though, I think that's pretty much everything. Everything up and running. We've got wireless charging going. That's pretty good. In that case, thank you guys very much for watching this episode of All the Mods 9, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy, feel free to subscribe, as it does help the channel immensely. We've been seeing a lot of growth recently, which I've been very, very happy with. Other than that, though, thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely rest of your day.